Hey gents, with all these subscription services, every week is like a little treat. Today we are taking a look at the Watch Gang Black delivery for the month of August. And this is my like 4th or 5th month getting Watch Gang Black. I've been very happy with it so far. And today we're getting to take a look at the TW Steel watch that I have in my box. So let's take a look in here. As we're diving in, you may know about Watch Gang already. You sign up for one of their tiers. They have the original, which is $29. They have black, which is I think $100, and then platinum, which is $275. Each of those prices slightly adjust on if you prepay for the year. So you can prepay for Watch Gang Black and get a discount. Same thing with the platinum tier. And then all of the watches are delivered to be at least 2 times the money you paid for it. So with Watch Gang Black, you're paying about $100 a month. You're guaranteed to get a watch worth at least $200 or more. And then they don't base that off of the MSRP, but they base that off of the selling price. And so like this watch right here, if this watch is selling, if it's an MSRP for $399, but really it's selling online somewhere for $299, they're gonna base that based on the $299, not the $349. So that is a nice feature where they're always trying to make sure you're getting your money's worth. Since I first joined Watch Gang, they have enabled a little bit more personalization of the service, so you can identify what types of straps you want, kinds of watch faces that you want, whether you want it to be dress, sport, or otherwise. And today I am digging this TW Steel watch. So now at first when I got Watch Gang, what I really wanted was just some like simple, clean watches. And I've said in the past that if I were to design a watch, it would basically be a Daniel Wellington watch. I want something that has a very clean face, very thin, very simple and minimal. But now that I've gotten a couple of those watches, I'm looking forward now to expanding my watch collection. And then obviously, you know, today my wrist check, this is the Omega Seamaster that I just picked up. I'll link to that below. It is the Commander's edition. So I'm really pleased with this one, but I do have the rest of the year of my Watch Gang Black coming. And so this TW Steel is hefty. It is automatic. So the Watch Gang Black tier, you're typically either getting Swiss quartz watches or automatics, which I really like. Same thing with the Platinum tier. You'd be getting, I don't know that you get any Swiss quartz, but you'd probably get mostly automatic. And I just like the look of this watch. It is very industrial, and let's go take a look online and see what we can learn quickly about this one. So this TW Steel automatic goes for about $295 online. It's a 45mm case, and it is heavy. This is heavier than my Luminox, and it's heavier than my Seamaster. So this is a beefy, thick watch, but this is one, and a really good example where I wouldn't have picked this out for myself, but now that I've had it in my hand, I've used the crown, I've had it on the wrist, I actually really like it. And given the option, so Watch Gang has a really cool community where you can go and trade all of the watches online that you get with other members, and given the option to either trade it or keep it, I think I would keep it. Just to talk about a few pieces of the watch, the bevel area has this machined steel. It feels really nice. I mean, the whole thing just feels really solid. This is 316L steel, and like I said, I still need to get into the finer points of what type of steel is better or worse for watches, higher quality. And then the glass itself is a reinforced mineral crystal with a sapphire layer. I don't know that you'll find that many pure sapphire crystalled watches in this price point of about $300. If you go up into the $500 range, you might find some. With the sapphire layer, I'm not that concerned with seeing too much wear and tear. All of the Watch Gang watches also come with the manufacturer's guarantee card, and so you do get the manufacturer warranty with these. They're not just going out. It's not like Juma Shop and you're just kind of picking up anything that they can find. You're getting things straight from a lot of the manufacturers. The crown is actually hidden underneath a steel cap, where you can see the crown is actually quite small, but the crown cover is attached in this really nice, fluid, clean feeling crown case. I've actually never had a watch or seen a watch really that has that type of feature. The lugs are attached on another really nice steel clasp, and then it goes into a leather bracelet. It is automatic. I'm definitely preferable to automatics versus quartz just because I like the artistry of a mechanical movement, and it does have a see-through case back, so you'll be able to admire the timepiece in itself to see the mechanical movement within there. Buckle on the back is quite sizable, and so you can see, I mean, the watches, it's a big size, and it doesn't look too bad on my wrists. I'm getting more used to having bigger watches. I do have my Luminox, which is a huge 45mm. This is about the same thickness as my Luminox, so it's a pretty tall case height. And personally, I'm always looking for thinner, smaller watches, but I'm also starting to appreciate some of the larger pieces. My Seamaster is a 41 millimeter. To me, this is really the sweet spot, 40 to 41 millimeter. 45 is pretty big, and then like this TW Steel is a 45 and pretty thick. But I've come to find that they all have their place and they all have their functions and they all have their statements. I mean, guys don't wear jewelry. Watches is the one piece of jewelry that we can really wear and express ourselves through, except for your wedding ring, obviously. Nice little collection has been building up with Watch Gang over the past several months. Watch Gang has also afforded me the opportunity to understand what I really want in a watch, and so what complications and what features of a watch are really important when you do go for maybe that one piece that you want to have as like your flagship piece in your collection. And so I've come to understand that I definitely want a date window. It's not as important to me to have the day and date, but just the date is very important. Having looms or superluminova is very important. Do I want a steel or a leather bracelet? And so Watch Gang has really been about like speed dating all these different watches, and then you get to keep them and build out your really nice collection, or you get to keep some of them and trade them on the Watch Gang forums. And so Watch Gang, so far, if you're into watches, it seems to be about the best service that you can go with. I've seen a few other of like wrist of the month type of things, but especially if you're not looking to go for some of the fashion watches and you're looking to get more into some of these like niche brands or something like this TW Steel. This is an automatic watch, and technically I paid $100 for it, and this is going to be a much better long-term piece than something like a Daniel Wellington or a MVMT watch. And again, with a Watch Gang Black subscription, you're paying about 99 bucks for this watch, so you're beating out what you would be paying for the Daniel Wellingtons, and the watch is worth about $300, and so you're coming out ahead on that. There you have it, gents. Watch Gang Black for the month of August. I think I have like 6 more months worth of Watch Gang Black coming, so you guys have really been seeing to enjoy my progression through my watch journey, from the point where I really didn't have any watches. I had one like quartz watch that I liked and I really loved, and my wife got it for me, and now coming up to getting some of the finer pieces, and I've really gone through this progression of watch curious to watch enthusiast, and I hope to not fall into the watch snobbery side of things. I always want to have the most viewer and subscriber centric view on these types of things, which is why I continue to not really go for any sponsorships or anything else, but really try to do this and support it on my own. You can also see my video where I talked about like cheap watches and why some people are really not into them. I tried to present as much kind of down the middle fact-based information and not give any opinions on one way or another, because some of the comment sections on watch videos on YouTube can get pretty hostile pretty fast. So thank you to everybody who subscribes to the channel and supports it. I really appreciate when you guys come in and you watch it in those first few hours, and then you comment and everything else. It really is the best. So you can comment below if you have any questions about Watch Gang or the watches or any other comment. You can also reach out at _Kavalier on Twitter and Instagram. Love chatting with you guys over there as well. And until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.